This film looks at what's left of the Southern Railway's terminus station at Plymouth Friary and the lines that led to it, shown on this map in green. Access to the station was via the Great Western Railway's Sutton Harbour branch of 1857 via Friary Junction, shown in brown. This is the site of Friary Station, built as a goods depot by the London and South Western Railway and opened in February of 1878. This bridge carried Tothill Road over the approaches to the station. Here in Beaumont Road you can see the station gateposts, and the station master's house is now part of this doctor's surgery. In July 1891, Friary became a passenger terminus to coincide with the opening of the London and South Western Railway's direct line to Plymouth via Bere Alston. It closed to passengers in September 1958 and was demolished to make way for this retail park and housing in 1976. Looking from the Tothill Road Bridge away from Friary Station, you can still see some of the track. 4 of these lines served 2 passenger platforms, the rest were for freight. A goods shed was situated to the south of the station. This marker on the Tothill Road Bridge shows we're now 245.5 miles from Paddington. But as the green paint on these railings alongside Desborough Road serves to remind us, when Friary was a passenger station, the steam hauled services arriving here came from London Waterloo. And this 233.25 mile sign on the bridge over the track near Desborough Lane shows the distance from London via the Southern rather than the Great Western. As we walk under the line towards Bournemouth Street, you can see 2 distinct bridge structures. This is where, in 1888, the London and South Western added a branch to Catwater, next to the original Friary line. The new line is in the foreground here. 4 years later it was extended to Plymstock and then to Turnchapel. Trains on the lines further from this camera could end up as far away as London Waterloo, as this distance marker on the bridge reminds us. This is Turnchapel Junction, where the Catwater and Turnchapel lines nearest the camera branched away. We're now at the site of Lucas Terrace Halt, opened by the London and South Western in 1905 and closed in 1951. Here you can see the Catwater Branch Bridge in the foreground is higher than the mainline bridge in the distance. We're now 22 chains from Turnchapel Junction on the Catwater line, labelled CWR, and 244 miles and 75 chains from Paddington on the main line towards Friary, labelled FRY. A little further along at Friary Junction, the Catwater branch is again nearest the camera. The junction here dates back to 1878, when the London and South Western first built their line to Friary Station from the Great Western Railway's Sutton Harbour branch, the remains of which we can see curving away in the distance. It's now used to service Great Western trains as part of the LSWR depot. Lanhydrock Road Bridge looking back towards Friary Junction along the former Sutton Harbour branch. Notice the prefix SUT on the distance sign. Looking north in the other direction towards Mount Gould Junction with the Great Western Railway's LSWR depot in the distance. From here, trains heading to Waterloo travelled along the Plymouth Loop No. 1 to Lipson Junction, where they joined the main Great Western Railway line towards Mutley Tunnel and North Road Station, and then onwards to London via Bere Alston and Oakhampton. The pink-coloured building is all that remains of the signal box, opened in 1891 and closed in 1960. With Lipson Junction in the distance and LSWR depot to the left, this cross-country train is passing LSWR Junction, starting point for a future film about the line to Sutton Harbour, North Quay and Catwater.